Good morning. I'd like to begin with a spiritual mind treatment. So I invite you to just find a seat, stand around, whatever you choose, while we know the truth together. And the truth is that this is a spiritual universe, that each one of us is on a brilliant, wonderful, and exciting adventure as individualizations of this spirit itself. We know there is nothing but spirit, and that our own essence, that we as human beings are rooted in spirit. And that since this is true, we have the opportunity to grow and bloom and flourish and plant new seeds of good wherever we choose. We have the power of choice, and so right now in this moment, on behalf of everyone who is affiliated with our center, and on behalf of our friends and family and our community at large, I declare that there is good for us. And I know that this good now takes the form of wonderful health, wonderful prosperity, wonderful relationships, and wonderful good and abundance in all its forms. This is how we flourish. This is how we bloom. This is how we grow into our role as humans living on earth. I give thanks for all the blessings which each of us has already experienced. I give thanks for all the lessons which each one of us has already learned. And I know that there is more wonderful unfolding of good yet to come. I know it is so. I turn this treatment over to Spirit itself, waiting in cheerful expectancy for the truth, which I know already exists, to be manifested in the lives of each one of us. And I invite you to know this truth with me, that there is good unfolding, by saying with me, and so it is. Thank you.
Here to tell you that when the road is filled with trouble, up the hills our pace will double. If we walk that road together, and no great weight can be our burden, we can't bear it. That's for certain. If we share that load together, there's no challenge that we can't meet. Whatever comes our way, let them send an army and we'll defeat it. There's no retreat, 'cause love can't beat it, yeah. Cross the ocean, climb that mountain, drink our share of life's full fountain, and let's do it all, do it all together. challenge that we can't meet. Whatever comes our way, so let them send an army and we'll defeat it. There's no retreat, 'cause love can beat it, yeah. So cross that ocean, climb that mountain, let's drink our share of life's full fountain. Let's do it all together. Or we'll take a fall together. We gotta share all the joys and the tears, banish all our fears together.
Thank you, our musician today, Joe Rathburn. So lucky to have you with us. So good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Kate, and I'm so happy to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living in Carlsbad, where we understand and teach and learn and practice the truth that there is a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and that we can use it. So what we'd like to do now is I'd like to invite Maddie up to do our candle lighting. Amen. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Maddie. So when we light the candles, we're simply reminding ourselves of the underlying spirit of life and the divine unity of all. So first, we light a candle for life. Life is everywhere present, flowing through each and every one of us. There is only one life. That life is God's life, and that life is our life now. So please affirm with me, I am life. We light a candle for love. The birth of love happens within each one of us every time we make room for the Christ consciousness in our hearts and recognize our unity. We are points of love within the heart of God. So please affirm with me, I am love. We light a candle for light. The light of God is the presence and the power. We are always walking in the light. We radiate the light of God wherever we are. Please affirm with me, I am light. We light a candle for beauty. We are made in the likeness and image of God. We are each whole, complete, and beautiful just as we are. We accept the beauty of God's perfection as our perfection now. Please affirm with me, I am beauty. We light a candle for joy. Joy is the very nature of spirit and the true essence of each of us. We celebrate the joy of our own rebirth in the God consciousness. We each bring joy to the world. Please affirm with me, I am joy. We lighted the candle for peace. Today and every day, we open our hearts to peace. We are each a center of peace in our world. So please affirm with me, I am peace. And finally, I invite you to take a moment and recognize your own inner light. That light that is always shining within as we honor our own metaphysical path of wholeness, oneness, and mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. Thank you, Maddie. So we just have a few announcements. Obviously, we want to welcome everyone, especially anyone visiting for the first time. Make yourself at home. Stay for fellowship. We're having a potluck today, and I'm sure there's plenty, even if you didn't know about it. And please sign our guest book in the lobby. If you're not receiving our Friday morning email, sign the guest book again. Or you can always go to our website and subscribe to it. So I want to remind everyone that every Sunday we offer spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer as our gift to you. So if you have a prayer request for any healing of conditions today, you can either speak to one of us ministers or practitioners after the service, and I'm available. Dr. Ahmondra is available. Reverend Maureen is here. Practitioner Larry, practitioner Robert. We're all available to you after the service. Or the other thing that works really well, I could testify to this, is you could fill out a written prayer request form and put it into the box in the lobby where it says prayer treatment request. And we will have our prayer team know you're good during this week. The other thing I want to remind people is that our unexpected income program is not ending today. We have decided to keep it going for another month, so it's going to go until October 15th. So if you didn't sign up, there's still time to do that. Well, let's just ask, is there anyone who has anything that they want to share this week? Has anyone seen any, what we call demonstrations? Charlotte?
So, while everything is challenging, thank you everybody for your support. Last week I was going to raise my hand, but I said, no, I won't do that. So this week, there's been a lot of unexpected income that is not financial. So I have my own company. I have 3 entrepreneurial CEOs that I'm trying to manage over here, so you know what that means. And because of the things that have happened, I have office space at UCSD Innovation Center, which would have cost me, as a founder of a company, thousands of dollars, and access to so many amazing people that we can share, what we're doing, and likewise. So that is number one. That's a lot. That's huge, financially as well as just socially. And people are doing amazing things from an impactful perspective. All the young minds all in one place, an incubator. The second one is I had my mom living at home. I needed something in North County, and it just so happened that in this little tiny place, something popped up magically in my life. And it's another group of people that want to do good and don't want all these condos and stuff. So I'm just so blessed, you guys. I'm just so over the top. So I'm taking all your energy, and Mom says hello, but she couldn't be here today. So thank you.
That's great. That's great. Wonderful. So thank you for sharing that you got new office space and help with things at home. That's just fantastic.
I'm working on that part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Anyone else? Okay, I want to share that. It's kind of funny to me. After all, I'm the minister. I'm supposed to know all this stuff. But I was doing my unexpected income daily treatment, and I thought, well, I need to think big. I need to be not thinking about a little bit of money. I need to be thinking about thousands of dollars. And it wasn't long after that I got this unexpected check in the mail from of a refund of $6,000. I was like, I could not believe it. But then I thought, wait, I have to believe it. Because that's what we teach. Believing is seeing. And so I think it was from a long ago hospital visit, and they redid their bookkeeping or something and discovered they had overcharged me. It was totally unexpected, but I just want to share, you never know You never know how things flow in your life. The main thing is to become open to saying yes and accepting it. So it's funny because I watch myself and I'm like, oh, that can't be. Really, they must have made a mistake. No, it's mine. Well, thank you everyone, because that's the beauty of doing this as a group exercise. We are able to share and support each other. We're not out on our own. And it is a spiritual practice, and it does help us understand that these principles do work. So I want to also just remind everyone that today, Stay for Potluck, and we have some new books on the book table. So if you're wondering what to do when you, instead of getting in line for food, you can take a look. So the next thing that I really wanted to do is thank our volunteers. So we have this beautiful Hawaii-themed floral arrangement from Reverend Maureen, who is thinking about her upcoming trip to Hawaii. So isn't it nice? Thank you. I want to thank Larry and Robert for helping out with the greeting this morning. So thank you. Of course, everyone brought treats for the potluck, so give yourself a hand. And I want to thank Jim for doing the video recording today. And way behind the scenes, we have my son Dave, who did the setup. You might see him later on, putting things away. And if you'd like to help, the volunteer sign-up sheet is in the lobby, or ask Jan at the book table, where she'll help you pick out the perfect book. She knows a lot about our teaching and can really be a great guide if you have questions. Now, if you would, please look in your program, find the group reading, and let's read that together. Ready? God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect love and perfect abundance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with His perfect life, perfect love, and perfect abundance. Thank you. And now, if you want to stand up, I think you've got some song sheets. And
there's a couple of song sheets. If you don't have them, they're on the front row. I thought I had 20 copies, but came to work today without them. So, everybody ready? Y'all give them. You know the song. It's easy. Sing along. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day, this beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite Practitioner Robert up to give us our inspirational reading of the day.
Thank you. First, let me unfold it. Okay, the reading today is called Inner Peace, and it's from the Daily Word of September 5th, 2024. No matter the state of my life, I am at peace. As long as I am alive, my worldly fortunes will add flow. It's likely there will be times of plenty and times of lack, times of health and times of illness, times of harmony and cooperation, as well as times of conflict and disagreement. Even as my life's conditions change in ways desirable and not, peace can always be mine when I find my meaning and purpose in my spiritual identity as a child of God. In God, I know perfect peace. It is the serenity of being comfortable in my skin, confident in my choices, and at ease with the people I meet and the circumstances in which I find myself. My freedom lies in choosing peace again and again. I trust in life's perfect unfoldment. God's peace is my peace now and always. And so it is.
All right. Monthly theme is Pieces into Peace. So my theme this morning is peace. This is a little song of mine. It's called Peace is Possible. And if you feel like singing along at the end, I welcome that. Excuse me. Let's try this one more time. The band knows the song in a different key from me. Now let us talk of only what binds us, not what divides us. Now let us talk of only what binds us, not what divides us. That's what I say. We all breathe the air, we all drink the water, we see the same sun rise and set on each day. We all feel the urge that stirs procreation. We all feel the need for shelter and fire. We all want respect, and we revel in laughter, and we all seek for love. It's our deepest desire, because peace is possible through love. It's possible through love. but only through love. It's possible through love. Peace is possible through love, but only through love. You don't throw an anchor to someone who's drowning. You don't use gasoline to douse a fire. And you don't create peace by warring on people. That's a failed solution. We've got to retire. And they talk about wolves, and they talk about sheepdogs, and they talk about sheep, and they ask, which one are you? Well, I'm not a wolf, a sheep, or a sheepdog. I'm a human who knows only one thing is true, and that's peace is possible through love. It's possible through love. Peace, but only through love. It's possible through love. Peace is possible through love, but only through love. Children pick up whatever we show them. What you have left then would be the elixir called love. And love is the cure. The children pick up whatever we show, whatever we're doing, they're learning today. Let's no longer teach them that war is an answer. Give them the elixir and the war goes away. Because peace is possible through love. It's possible through love. Peace, but only through love. It's possible through love. Peace is possible through love, but only through love. All we are saying, give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. I said peace is possible. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Through love, through love, but only through love. Through love, through love, 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 only through love.
That was wonderful, Joe. I don't think we've heard that song before.
Thank you very much.
I love the title, Peace is Possible. I thought you said peace is possum. I have a possum in my backyard, but I love peace is possible. That makes so much more sense. So the next thing is the main event. So please help me welcome Reverend Dr. Ahmondra McClendon for our today's speaker.
Good morning, church. It's so good to be here. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh my God. So I've been on a spiritual walkabout. Okay? So what that means is that I've been visiting other churches and I've been speaking. I was at Temecula, I was at Unity Carlsbad, I was at San Clemente, and you know, Spirit just told me to go out and do a spiritual walkabout. So that's what I've been doing. But I'm so happy to be back at home. You know how you go on a long trip and you love the trip, but you want to go back home. Okay. So today, my title is really strange. It's called, What Movie Are You Looking At? Okay? I'm not talking about streaming on TV or looking at your phone or computers. That's not what I'm talking about. So I want you to keep that title in your mind. What movie are you looking at? And I want to tell you a story. So about a week ago, I traveled to Washington, D.C. I went to the 38th convention of Narcotics Anonymous. Narcotics Anonymous is like AA. And I went because I'm in recovery. I went to my first Narcotics Anonymous World Convention 37 years ago. Now, this convention that I went to last week had 18,000 plus recovering addicts. 18,000 people all coming together to express joy about recovery. I stepped into that place and I was so excited. When I left home, I was excited because my first convention that I went to when I had 10 months clean, I didn't really know that this thing called recovery would work. If you know my story, you know that I was a functioning addict and alcoholic. I grew up with a dad who was a functioning alcoholic. So I didn't know anything about alcoholism or addiction. And so I didn't even know I had an addiction problem. But when I went to that first convention, I stepped in there and I saw people who had been experiencing some of the things that I had experienced. And I got it, that I could live my life without putting any kind of substance in my body. So I was thrilled last week when I went in. So I rushed into Washington, D.C., having the same mindset that I had 37 years ago. And something was off. Something was off. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it felt 37 years ago. And I'm like, something's wrong with this convention. Something's wrong with these people. What is going on here? But I enjoyed myself. I ran around doing all the things that I did 37 years ago. Well, I'm not 35 years old. I'm 72 years old. So this body did not respond the way it responded when I was 35 years old. I stayed up all hours in the morning because they have what they call marathon meetings going 24 hours a day. I'd get up in the morning, I'd go all around, running all around, I'd stay up late, I wasn't eating right. I went from here at the house walking 1,000 steps a day to walking 11,000 steps a day. Come on now. 1,000 to 11,000 overnight, and you know what happened to my body. I got home. And when I got home, I was so tired. I picked up my car at the airport. I could barely walk. Got in my car. At the last stop sign, right, stop light, right there, Carlsbad, I stopped to take that left turn into the village. I fell asleep at the wheel. I was like, oh my God! You know how you stop, and I was like, oh my God, I went to sleep. Slept all day the next day. And when I woke up, it hit me. I had been looking at a movie of a rerun from my life of 37 years ago. What movie are you watching? I was not watching my life. I wasn't present at the convention that I went to. I was in a convention that occurred 37 years ago. And as a result, I was out of sync. I didn't feel at ease. I didn't feel peace of mind. I was blaming things around me because I was watching a different movie. Now, I'm going to date all of us in here. How many of you remember reruns? Come on, get them hands up. Reruns, remember back in the day? You look at a series and they'd have a series and then it would stop. And you'd have to wait like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months for the next ones to come. So you look at Lassie over and over again. You look at Bonanza over and over. You look at Gunsmoke over and over. You could even say what they were going to say because you were looking at reruns. And that's what I was doing. I was inside of a rerun. And that rerun was causing me not to be present in my life. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you today and next week steps on what it takes for us to stop binge watching reruns out of our life. Because what happens to us, we get stuck in those reruns, not realizing that they're reruns, and it throws us out of peace and tranquility. And we spend all this time and this energy trying to find peace, trying to find tranquility, trying to be calm. And it's because we're not even present. Ernest Holmes tells us that when you change your thinking, you change your life. Well, I'm saying that when we stop binge watching those reruns of movies from our past lives, our lives will change. So we're going to examine 5 practices that help us create peace of mind and keep us from binge watching. The goal is to understand how to navigate through our life and stay present and current and relaxed and joyous and free. Joy is at our core. Love is at our core. But a lot of times, because we're not even present, we can't tap into it. So what happens to us when we're out of sync? These are some of the things. We begin to berate ourselves for not being able to fulfill what the mind says we should be doing. We berate ourselves. Now, this is what we need to really get clear on. The mind doesn't distinguish between the past, the present, or the future. To the mind, it's just happening right now. So when we're running a movie that happened 35 years ago, the mind is going to work hard to make that movie come to life. That movie can't come to life because it is not happening right now. But the mind doesn't know that. So what it starts doing is saying, well, you used to be able to do that. How come you can't do that now? What's the matter with you? Berating ourselves. We blame our surroundings like I was blaming the conventions. What's wrong with this convention? These people don't know what they did. They didn't do this right. We start blaming that. Or we start playing that comparison game. You know how you compare your insides to someone else's outsides? Well, look at her, look at him. They look good. How come I don't look like that? Or you start comparing the 72-year-old with the 35-year-old. Well, how come I can't stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning? Why am I so tired? Why do my feet hurt? Why am I aching? Because you are not 35 years old. So what happens is that the mind starts working overtime. There's no peace of mind there. When the mind is trying to create something that does not exist, there is no peace there. There's anxiety, there's upset. So, we can create a peace of mind. And the 5 steps that I'm going to be sharing, 3 today and 2 next week. The first one is accepting what we cannot control. 2, staying focused on the here and now. 3, forgiving others and ourselves. 4, keeping track of our thoughts and emotions. 5, staying connected to Spirit or Mother Earth. So today, let us begin by examining what we cannot control. We cannot control the circumstances of our lives. But how many of us try? Come on, 2 hands, put your feet up. Life is unpredictable. But when we understand and know and accept that we cannot control it, what shows up? Peace. Peace shows up. And when we remember there's a power and a presence way greater than us that has got our back, that we live inside of love. When we understand that and when we're present to that, peace can show up. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. Now, I'm not saying that you won't be concerned about it, but I'm saying that you don't have to run and hold on to it and then grab something from the past, the way it used to be, and drag it into the present and try to make it work. It's natural to worry or be concerned about a loved one's illness or your own health or condition, or to be dismayed when you lose something. That's natural. But you don't have to let yourself go so far down that road that you don't have peace. You can have peace in the midst of a storm. and I want to share with you about a storm. My home is in Bermuda, and so I was inside of a Hurricane 5, a 5 hurricane the last time I was there. And everybody in the United States was losing their mind. Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? But what they don't understand is that in Bermuda, they know about hurricanes. Their houses aren't built out of wood. Their houses are built out of cement. They have storm windows that can survive 130 miles an hour wind. That's the standard. So that night, I went to sleep, just peaceful and calm. Because I understood and knew I had control over that hurricane. It was going to hit that island. What I had control over was how I was going to react. And I went to sleep. And when I woke up, everything was calm. And I'm like, oh my God, the hurricane's gone. My niece said, no, it's not gone. We're in the eye of the hurricane. I was like, what does that mean? She was like, well, the hurricane comes, and then part of it leaves, and then the eye just sits over the island for 4 hours. I'm like, so what happens next? The rest of the hurricane is going to come. Oh my God. She said, don't worry, it's fine. And it was fine. And that's how our life is. We have to remember, a challenge hits us, the eye. We can live inside the eye of the storm. And know that when the rest of it comes, we'll get through it. Now, the second step, stay focused on the here and now. I was not focused on the here and now when I was in Washington, D.C. I was in New Orleans 37 years ago, looking for people that were in New Orleans. Some of those people are no longer here. They're gone. But it's natural to want to turn away from pain. That's just natural, or difficult situations. That's okay. But you stay focused on the here and now. One of the things that I learned is that pain is mandatory, suffering is optional. You're going to experience some pain, but you don't have to suffer inside of it. We only suffer inside of the pain when we try to make it go away. If you just allow yourself to go through it and then do whatever you need to do. I'm not saying don't try to find a solution to a physical pain or not seek help, but I'm saying that you don't have to suffer in silence or suffer trying to change something that is just out of your control. Another thing, instant gratification. We live in an instant gratification society. It is just blowing me away how TikTok has taken over the younger generations. Because that means that they can't wait for something to naturally occur. We grew up in a time where we didn't have to have things happen right now. But our society is saying to us, we need it right now. It's got to happen right now. If it's not happening right now, something is wrong. We have to remember, it doesn't have to happen like that. There's a process to everything. Look at nature. You don't put a seed in the ground and wake up the next day and it's a full-grown plant. Things have their own seasons. Things take time. And you have to remember not to terrorize yourself by watching those reruns of movies. I terrorize myself out of grace all the time. Grace is just here, and I terrorize myself out of it. Oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Wake up in the morning in terror. Oh, you didn't do that, you didn't do that. All of that can be stopped simply by understanding, just be present. And the third step, practice forgiveness. Now, we hear this a lot, but one of the things I want to focus on today is forgiving ourselves. See, we are holding ourselves hostage to things that we think that we did not do. As we get older and we reflect back, sometimes it's like, well, you know, I should have done that when I was 30 years old, or I should have done that when I was da-da-da-da-da. And what happens is that we end up being angry at ourselves. We end up not being happy with where we are. But if you just say, you know what? I made the best decision that I could make with the information that I had at the time. That's what my mother used to tell me all the time. Whatever you do in the moment is the best you can do in that moment. Stop looking back and using hindsight. Right? They say 20/20 vision, looking back. When you look back, it's always because you have more knowledge now. But you can't go back and look at those decisions and say you should have done something different. Because you don't have the knowledge, you didn't have the knowledge then that you have the knowledge today. As we age, we slow down. Our thinking slows down. Our memory slows down. But we beat ourselves up because, how can you not remember like you used to? Well, okay, something's going on with the mind. So just accept where you are and don't get yourself terrorized because it's not functioning today like it functioned before. Look yourself in the mirror and give yourself praises. When I wrote my book, I deliberately wrote a journal. I wrote a journal, it's called the Appreciate Me Journal. Because particularly women, we don't appreciate ourselves. We don't just stop and appreciate ourselves. So every single day, I write down 5 things that I appreciate about myself. It helps me to remain present and it helps me to remember what I have accomplished. And it keeps me from going back saying what I didn't do, looking in the rear view mirror as I'm moving forward. I stopped using the measuring stick from the past to measure what's going on in the present. So today we looked at what we can control. Stay focused on the here and now. Practice forgiveness. Understand and know that we are living in a power and a presence that is always here. That we can have a peace of mind no matter what is going on. We do not have to rob ourselves of our tranquility because we're so focused on what's going on in the past. We can stand right here in the present and know that we are okay. So what I want you to do for this week, your homework, is I want you to begin to look at all of those reruns that you've been focusing on. Now, I know you have a lot of them. Look at reruns from your health, from your wealth, from your relationships, just from your general life, from your outlook. What are you actually looking at? Are you looking at what's going on right now, or are you looking at something that happened years ago, trying to make it apply to today's life? When you come next week, we're going to go through the other steps. And we're going to end with you having a playlist, new movies to watch, so that as you move forward and those old reruns start to run, you can say, no, and turn that channel off. And turn on your new playlist. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being back with you. I add a blessing to you and a blessing to these words.
Well said. This is one of my favorite songs ever. I hope it's yours too. A little thing by Cat Stevens. Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Well, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world's one, and I believe it could be something good's gonna come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. A peace train will take this country, they'll take me home again. I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something gonna come. Peace train sounding louder, yeah, on the peace train. Woo-wah-ee-ah-woo-wah, come on the peace train. This peace train, holy roller, everyone jump upon the peace train. Woo-wah-ee-ah-woo-wah, come on the peace train. your bags together. Go bring your good friends too, 'cause it's getting nearer. It soon will be with you. Come and join the living. It's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer. Soon it will all be true. The peace train sounding louder. Ride on the peace train. Ooh-rah-ee-ah-ooh-rah. Come on the peace train, the peace train. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? Out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Ooh-ah-ee-ah-ooh-ah, come on the peace train. This peace train, holy roller, everyone jump upon the peace train. Ooh-ah-ee-ah-ooh-ah, come on, come on, come on, come on the peace train. Yes, it's the peace train. Yes, it's the peace train. Thank you. And I'd just like to tell all you Carlsbadians that I am playing at a new sushi restaurant tonight in the, I think it's called the Bressy Ranch Shopping Center. And it's called Fishboon. And I was there last night, I played there last night, and it's a really, really nice place with really good food. So if you're interested, you're playing 6 to 9.
Thank you. So let us just take a deep breath and prepare ourselves to come into a space of total and complete peace and giving. Understanding and knowing that there's one power and presence, that power and presence is God. It's a divine energy, a power available to us. And standing inside of that power, let us give of our finances to our church so that we can move forward and bring the messages out into the world. Understanding and knowing that all that we give is multiplied, pressed down, overflowing, because we cannot outgive God. Knowing that, I give thanks for all the blessings that flow in today. And I give thanks for the unexpected income that is moving from the invisible into the visible. And with that, I say thank you, and I invite you to anchor this prayer with me by simply saying, and so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Thank you, Joe.
Carlsbad Center for Spiritual Living. I'd like to, before we sing our closing song, do one more closing treatment. So if you'd just like to relax and take a deep breath and just enjoy this day, this joyous day that God has made. And as we move forward today, we know only one presence in our heart in each of us. We're all one, we're woven together in a tapestry of peace. We are peace because we are one with the greatest peace of the universe. So I declare for each of us, we go forward this week with a higher sense of consciousness, seeing God in each other, seeing the love, knowing who and what we are. We are children of love. We are children of peace. So we bless everyone on the television. We bless everyone in other countries and our country. And we bless ourselves for the good that we are. We accept the gifts from each other and we give gratitude that this is so. We give gratitude for our peace and for our freedom. So I release my words. I know they are acted upon and spoken, and I release and let go. And as Ahmondra said, we are able to go forward knowing that it's all good, it's all God, and so it is. So let's stand for our song.
Open your heart, let your love flow free out over the ocean.